Greetings, valued travel partners, and welcome to another edition of Connect with Princess. You might be wondering, hello, Mickey from BC, rainy BC. I'm sorry, Mickey. And Erica's in South Jersey. I love that, Erica. I'm sure it's not raising, right? And in Texas, it's got to be warm, Carol. That's all I'm saying. So I know I'm going to hear this. Janice, Northern Nevada. By the way, it's not raining in Fort Lauderdale. It's not raining in South Florida. It's what I call, can I just say, perfect weather? Yes. Do you love that spot? I am so excited about this new campaign and our special guest, which will be here shortly. Very excited. But of course, as always, come feel the love. Hey, Harriet, you betcha. That's why we live here, right? Sunny year round. We don't have a winter or maybe one day under 70 degrees. That's about it. That's all I count. So we're going to get started. I'm super excited. But of course, today, you might see I'm not just lonely, but I'm alone, right? I'm alone. Who am I missing? Can anybody tell me what's missing? Marsha is missing. Why is Marsha missing? Because, quite frankly, she's on a special project. So I am on probation for my first time alone without her, and she's going to check the recording to make sure that I am on target and on brand. So she'll be back with me again on the February 9th Connect with Princess webinar. I'm so excited to have her back. And then we can reveal the project that she's been working on, which you're going to get very excited about. So I'll always remind you about the live transcript on Facebook, which is fantastic. And at the end, we'll have Q&A. And of course, most important thing of all that you always know is that we record this, right? So we're recording it. You can find all of our webinars in the training section at onesourcecruises.com, okay, which is critical, or at facebook.com, Princess VP Sales, which is my Facebook page, which I try so hard to keep up with. Not that easy, not always, but I try, as Joe knows. I mean, when I have downtime, let's see. So I'm excited, because the month of February is going to be a really interesting month. Again, I told you Marsha's on assignment. I love the way that sounds, right? It's not a Brady Bunch thing either. It's a princess thing. But the month of February, we're going to be focused on a lot of new initiatives. And starting February 2nd, we will start with Coffee Chats with Carmen. Ooh. I tell the team, for your protection, I'm only allowed one cup, and that's about it. So this will be really interesting because it's not just our regular webinars, right? We know we have those every other week. You get our advisor newsletter every Thursday, or you should be signed up. And if you're not, you need to be, because that is a wealth of information. They go out every single Thursday. And whenever we have something new or interesting or urgent, which we'll talk about shortly, we will go out on a Monday or a Tuesday just to give you information, right? Thank you, Carol. She loves coffee chats. I mean, she remembers my coffee chats. You know, they are infamous, even though in the past, at some point, they cut me off from real coffee. Tammy, you have no idea how much fun it is. And so what they are, and we'll start in February 2nd, with the first coffee chat, which will be embedded in the newsletter. And really what the concept is really simple. There has been a lot of change at Princess. There just has. It's change for the good. I happen to love change. Not change once a year, every 6 months, every quarter, once a month, not even once a week. I like change hourly and daily. So the best part of coffee chats is that I come to you in a very different kind of platform. They're about 3 to 5 minutes. And sometimes, because I'm long in the tooth and have a lot of personal questions, which I shouldn't do, but I do. And we introduce you to our different colleagues. I know you saw that session that we did in June with all of our BDMs and our management team. So this is a version of that, but very small, 3 to 5 minutes, sometimes 7, but well worth it. You're going to get to know all of our amazing colleagues, or my amazing colleagues. You're going to see how many have been with us for so long and who has just joined us. I mean, literally, I've done coffee chat recordings with someone who's only been here 2 months. So it'll be phenomenal. I think it's really important that way you get a feel, and those will be every other week when we do not have our webinars. So I'm looking forward to all of you giving me comments. And by the way, most importantly, you really want to share. Who do you want? Maybe there's somebody on the team that you call in and talk to all the time, and you want to know who they are and know a little bit more about them and get to put a face behind the name of those who so are trusted, right, with your clients. And it's critical. So we really want to get to know you. I think I've said it again and again. Call it the new day, right? It's the dawn of a new day. We want to be a pleasure to do business with. We've had so many initiatives that have launched and we've prepared for 2023. This is our year. So last webinar, we introduced the new year, Happy New Year, with the introduction of our Princess Partner Support Team. We had Lisette with me. Lisette Russian was with us talking about this, by the way, recorded. You can find it on One Source Cruises so that you're able to see and get details if you missed it, because it's really interesting. And part of this is, before we didn't have an inside sales support team. So our business development managers, that I like to say as part of this reorganization that I call a paradigm shift, our world, your world, our distribution channel is not what it was in 2019. Things have happened. We had that pause, or what others call a coma, for a little bit, right? Well, that is so in the rearview mirror, okay? We're back in business. Cruising is back. We're global citizens. And we had to make sure that we right-sized our operations to support you. And the most important thing was having this Princess Partner Support Team. It's a team of 15 specialists and a supervisor, really to assist all of you in building your Princess business. I talk about building your Princess business because we launched it last week, which was really exciting. And guess what? We have some info. I got to also say thank you. Thank you to all of you, because at the end of the day, it is you that we serve, right? And our guests, obviously, and our internal guests and our colleagues. But we needed to make it easy for you. However, I want to thank you. This wave is not a ripple. This thing is a tidal wave. It has been so busy. So we're going to talk about some of the challenges, but more importantly, on Monday, I'm sending a special email it'll have a video from Jen, right, our VP of Contact Center, which is reservations, guest services, etc. And she'll talk about ways to self-serve. By the way, Joe, Brandon, Ann, in our weekly newsletter that they send out, coming from me, also include simple ways, so that you do not get frustrated. So I guess I got to apologize, right? But she wants to talk about what we can do. What can they do, right? Any of your One Source Cruises questions, Polar Online questions, new agency registration questions. And of course, they can help you ordering brochures. And what do? They do fare option verification, status of refund, commission inquiries, all of this information. This is what that team can help you with. What they do not replace is guest services or TA support, our travel agent support. By the way, TA sales, when you're calling us to make sales, are hours. There is no hold time issues there whatsoever. Operators are standing by. Many of you do self-service already. And by the way, you also book online, which I think is fantastic. You use Polar, which is a state-of-the-art platform, which is fantastic and so easy. But for those who don't call in, the last thing we want is to lose your business and get you frustrated, right? So we're going to talk about a couple things that we have done. And I'm just going to go through. I'll stop here so that you can see what the operating hours are. But so I asked Lisette, hey, Lisette, because I know calls are coming in and our TAs, the moment we announced it, the next day, phone lines were ringing off the hook and hold times were up to an hour. And that is not the standard of service that we want to give you. So we dug a little deeper, and guess what? We found that a lot of you are calling for things that, quite frankly, you can do self-service, or it's not even her department, or they can't answer. So I'm going to share a couple things that they can do, and you'll see the hours, really critical. And of course, the phone number, which is even more critical. And they also have email. So email is really critical. Right now, they're open Monday through Friday. And then hopefully, if we can get this going, folks, we're going to make sure that we add operating hours. However, so commission issues, they can handle that, right? So if you need a commission recall, if there's a question about why generally something is added to the commission or the booking and why it wasn't paid, they can help you with that. Princess Partner Support, call it a PPS thing. Error issues, they possibly, really, if you think about it, you want TA support for anything that's error issues, not Princess Partner Support. So if you have something that has to do with Aon claims, so if you're already working with Aon, we cannot escalate or help in any way. So don't call Princess Partner Support, call Aon. They'll handle that. Refund issues, yes. Refund issues, whether it's a refared or canceled or waiting for a refund, Princess Partner Support Team can help you and assist with that. If you have the non-refundable deposit promo, the KRG promo, and you're asking us to change a refundable deposit, they cannot do that, okay? So you need to call into TA support. You want a price change on a hotel package, you need to correct a price. TA support is for you, not Princess Partner Support. Reinstating bookings, TA support. Reviewing FCCs, that's TA support. Pricing discrepancies, TA support. Do you see a pattern here? I think you do. Casino, really 100% free cabins or any of the casino offers, they also go to TA sales, okay? So I just wanted to make sure that we know what Princess Partner Support can do, and they can do a lot. But I want to make sure that we keep anything that's TA support where it belongs, where those people are empowered to make decisions, answer your questions. But in addition to this, let's talk about what we expect next week. And I expect the phones are going to ring off the hook. Traditionally for us, that last week of January, you're on fire, and I want to thank you. This is what we've been waiting for, folks. So I do not want to lose any opportunities, any pieces of business. So know that we have an action plan. So besides going through the newsletter link so that you know how to self-serve, besides me sending that email with that video embedded with Jen Wright that'll walk you through easily how you can self-serve, whether you're using Princess Answers or the chat feature, we want to give you ways. It is about options, right? That is really what it's all about. However, we've done one up. I say we need an action plan. Plan A, B is not enough. I need a plan C. Plan C is Carmen. Carmen wants to make sure we have this address. So we are extending operating hours for our staff. So you're going to have folks doing overtime. We're going to shift some resources into the call center so that we're there to answer your phone calls, make your bookings when you need it. So hopefully more to come on that. Super excited. But I want to shift gears because this webinar, I hope you're all ready. I hope you're all ready because you saw that video. And our guest today, by the way, our Senior VP of Marketing, who just got promoted, I want to welcome Jeff Larson to connect with Princess with all of you, our travel partners. Jeff.
Hi, Carmen.
Congratulations, sir. I got to tell you, I am so excited. You know, I don't want to make you blush, even though I got to tell you, those pictures are phenomenal. And I'm sure you'll share. I love the family pictures. And there's the family cat. So cute. Yeah. Adorable. I know you're an avid golfer. And of course, like me, we have so much in common, right? You're an avid wine connoisseur. Just a little personal information, since I haven't had Jeff yet on a coffee chat yet, but we will, right, Jeff? Are you committing to that?
I'm committing. I'm committed.
They all heard it here first. So before we start your presentation, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So
congratulations, they're saying. Jeff, you got Tammy say congratulations. He is a marketing guru. Do you hear me? He is the brand DNA ambassador that's going to bring us. I'm not going to steal your thunder. Tell us a little bit about yourself, because I know our travel partners want to know who you are, right? Normally, you wouldn't come outside with the trade because you're so busy making the magic happen, which is in all the channels that we advertise.
Yeah,
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
They like to keep me behind the scenes. They're like, you got a face for radio, dude. But no, seriously, it's a pleasure to be here with you all. Yeah, some of those pictures kind of indicate what I like to do. So obviously, as we said, drink wine. Yes, I have a tuxedo cat.
So does Vivi. Vivi just told us, one of our partners recognized it.
Exactly. I just saw that note come through. Kirkman's 17 years old. He's named after the road I found him on when he was a kitten of about a month old. And in big, long story, we won't go into it here because we'll use the whole time. But anyways, he's living his best life and has for 17 years. That's my grandson to the left of Kirkman. And I'm a nutty nut golfer. That's my family there. And my wife and I like to travel. That's us on the Amalfi Coast.
Beautiful. Okay, what's your grandson's name? He's so cute.
Charlie.
Oh my God.
And Charlie's that's actually probably outdated now by a good year or more. He's about 2.5 now. He's just he's
a handful.
He's a handful. He's cute.
He'll keep you on your toes. No wonder you need the wine. Eh?
Exactly.
But the good thing is you give Charlie back at the end of the day. That's how I look at it.
That's right. Yeah. No. So Charlie lives up in DC. So we're in Florida. We don't see him as much as we'd like, but we make every effort. And I know there are folks here from Portland that the wine picture was taken at a winery up in the Willamette Valley a handful of years ago. So that's another favorite place. So anyways, but today, and my career is longer than I care to recount, but I've been in advertising agencies. That's where I started, and then I worked for many years at Disney parks, leading advertising, headed up marketing for Disneyland for a bit. Did a little stint at the Golf Channel, some private consulting, and now here with Princess for, well, officially a few months, but I've been in a contractor role, kind of leading the marketing effort for the last year before that. So I've been here just about a year and a half or so. And it's just been a pleasure working on the Princess brand. And we've got big plans for it, and we're starting to see them come to life, and there's more to come. But I thought today, if it's okay with you guys, we just take a look behind the marketing just a little bit and talk to you a little bit about what we're doing and our challenge and what we hope to be and all of that. So it starts here on the slide that Carmen's got up right now. Our goal really is to be the most highly coveted, valued, and inclusive consumer leisure lifestyle vacation brand on the planet. So we don't set small goals. We really want to be that vacation that everybody wants and wants to participate in and wants to experience with us. So and as you look at this slide, the issue isn't that people don't know who Princess is as a name. We enjoy pretty strong brand name awareness. We've been around for a while. We were made famous by the Love Boat. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But they really don't understand as much what we're about. So, some of these other brands, they kind of understand that Carnival's about fun. They've been trumpeting that for years, that Disney's about magic, that Royal's about adventure, etc. But what does Princess stand for? So our goal, if you go to the next slide here, is that's what we need to rectify. We need to clearly establish the Princess brand in the marketplace and help people understand, when you think of Princess, what kind of experience is it going to be? What kind of brand is it? What do they stand for? Short of doing that, then you just become kind of bland and kind of thrown in with all the others.
So you know what I call that, Jeff? And I hate to interrupt you because this is incredible. So in the previous slide, you obviously had different brands in there. I call that the sea of sameness, right? But It's interesting because I'm assuming that previous slide came out of research, right? And data. I'm assuming you had someone do the research. I know how they normally work it. And so to me, like, Princess is the Love Boat, right? This is why I got in the business. So it's interesting. But if you look at the whole market and where you want to establish us and make sure we, it is, what is it? How do we define it? Super exciting.
Yeah. So let's back up a slide or two here. So that's a great point, Carmen. Princess, we did do research on it, and we did know and notice that not only from our own brand health studies, but also in terms of some work that we did with the consulting group, Boston Consulting Group, they're a pretty famous group. Working with them, we were able to verify that people don't have a good idea what the Princess brand stands for. But now leave it on this slide for a second. When you go into start to say, well, okay, what is it? You start by looking at, obviously you want to look at your consumer and your consumer needs. We'll talk a little bit about Target in a second, but before I do that, we want to talk about, well, what is it that, that every Princess cruise delivers? What is it about us that makes us unique? So, so we're a classic cruise experience. You're not gonna see, the theme park on the top deck on a Princess cruise. It's going to be about the food, the beverage, the entertainment, the kind of experience you can have. We go to a lot of destinations, 330 destinations around the globe. So we go to a lot of destinations, and that's a big deal. But there's two other things that we also do that are pretty unique to us. One, we're the original Love Boat, and nobody else can say that. We really kind of put cruising on the map many years ago, or the Love Boat did, and that was a Princess ship. And we're also powered by Medallion Class. We're not going to talk as much about Medallion Class today. I think when we talk about our marketing, you got to find a way to create the interest and bring people in. Once you get them in, then we'll talk about things that we do that are unique and that reinforce that decision behind Princess. That's where we'll start talking more about medallion clasp. But for today, I'm going to keep
and the technology, right? Because it's unique to us. It is exclusive to our brand. No one can replicate it. But it's, I always tell everybody, don't get lost in the technology. It's what the technology can do to convey and create these service experiences on board that it's one size fits one, right? They make you feel special. I mean, I just went with my family, Jeff, and let me tell you, they fell in love with that medallion experience like nobody's business. It was spectacular.
Exactly. Yeah, and so that's another topic, right, for another day, but it's not a technology story. And in fact, as we're preparing the marketing and to create some content around that, we're not focusing on the technology. We'll be talking about the human story. What does it do? What does it solve for you when you're on the cruise ship? And so we've got a really nice story to tell there, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about today the fact that Princess is a love brand. It's in our DNA. It's what puts us on the map, the original Love Boat. It's our superpower, if you will. So, if you think about the fact that we're the love brand, we can go to the next slide. We find our one-word differentiator that pulls us out of the sea of sameness is love. It's a big word. And here's where I want to be super clear with everybody. When we talk about love and a love positioning, we're not talking about relationship love or dating love in that sense. I mean, yes, that's part of the big picture of it, but it's a sliver of it. We're talking about love in the most powerful, broad, kind of big tent way of expressing it that you can. So you think about loving entertainment, loving the party, loving the vacation, loving the beach, loving the food, loving you get the idea. It's
totally, and we are synonymous with love.
And it's a little bit, that intro video you showed was playing that out. I love this, I love this wine. I love this beach. I love this food. I love this experience. I love this theater, etc. That's all part of
all encompassing
positioning.
All encompassing and breaking that preconceived notion that love is about romance, which it is that, but it's so much more. It's so much more.
And we're not going to shy away from romance, right?
Exactly.
But we're going to build a bigger platform around it. So we think love puts us right where we want to be in the middle of this map. We think it's every bit as powerful a word and a tent, if you will, to position under, or a platform to build upon, as any of these other brands. There's another brand here in our family that I think has done a pretty darn good job with another big word, and it's called fun. And Carnival's done that. And so we're gonna talk to you a little bit about some work that we're doing. Whoops, we're just getting ahead of me just a little bit.
Oh, sorry. I'll go back. Because you know what? The fun ships, right? I mean, that's like, and by the way, when the campaign started, I know you showed me a preview before it went out. And I got to tell you, I love this boat. I always jokingly say, we sell boat rides. Everybody's like, you can't say the word boat. Sure we can. And watch us do it. And it has caught on. And hashtag I love this boat is just all over it. And we just started. So super excited about what all of the iterations of this is going to be. Jeff, right. Super excited.
There's so much that we'll be doing with this. So I was just going to say that, the point I'm going to make is you all have been familiar with fun, with Carnival, and how they've had it for years. Well, it's a platform as fun. They've changed their campaigns along the way, but they center on it. And I think we've got the same kind of platform in love that, campaigns come and go, but our core positioning, we want this to be rock solid over a period of time. So
absolutely.
Now let's go to the next slide and I'll unpack it. As marketers, we do things, we call them a brand promise, if you will. And this is the way we're articulating it. This isn't something that necessarily goes out to, consumer facing work, but it guides the creative. So our guiding promise is, on Princess, you'll find more to love. And whether, and so that's, for food lovers, game lovers, beach lovers, nature lovers, you get the idea, dance lovers, lover lovers. So no matter what you love, you'll find it on Princess. That's our promise.
Love that brand promise. Love the position. Who doesn't love to love, right? Exactly. I'm just thinking we need to I love our Love Boat song. I just love it, right? I mean, you hear it, it lights up I talk about a love fest with our trade partners, and it just lights up the faces and the crowd and people. It is such a positive thing to own. It's just exciting and new, by the way. I just
and
thought
it's new. Yeah, it's exciting and new.
I had to throw that in there.
Yeah. So yes, we are in fact going to lean into that a good bit. And so I apologize in advance for the earworm that it creates. Listen, for me, it's an occupational hazard because I've had it, and it just never leaves my head anymore. But I do love it. And what we've done, and we're going to start by showing you the first piece that we put out. We call it our Anthem spot. It's airing right now. This is a 60-second version. Right now, we got the 30 on the air. But I want to show you this so you get a sense of how this love positioning and platform takes shape in creative. So you've probably seen it on the air, but Joe, if you want to go ahead and play that the Anthem spot.
Exciting and new. Going forward, we're expecting you. The love boat, so we'll be making another run. It's love. Welcome aboard, it's love.
Woo! I love that. Absolutely love that. Love it, love it, love it. That's all I'm going to say. That is, I can't help it. And by the way, I've seen the spots, phenomenal spots. And I mean, you hit it out of the ballpark just in time for Wave from a positioning, oh my God, from an acquisition perspective. I mean, incredible exposure, and it's reach and frequency, right? It's not a one and done.
Right.
It's an entire strategy. So talk about the position.
We'll talk more about that as we get in further into the presentation. We'll talk to the media. I want to start by talking about the target audience. And I will make one comment because Carmen mentioned testing. And we do test our work. And we went out and we tested this, and it scored well on all the attributes we were looking for. It set Princess apart. It was distinctive. It was only for Princess. People loved it. They loved the nostalgia of it. But what they also loved about it is, you notice we didn't pick up the original Love Boat song. We redid that music. That's original music off the Love Boat score, if you will. And so we wanted to create something that had a little bit more of a modern energy and upbeat energy. And I'll explain a little bit more why that was important as we move into our target. But our point was we needed a bold positioning. We think we found one, but we also wanted to move our target slightly younger. With of course, we don't want to turn off our base. But if you go to the next slide, what's happened to us is over time we have grown a little older in our target audience. And again, we love all our customers, and so it's not that. It's just that as we did less a few years ago to attract new to cruise and new to the franchise grew with its loyal consumers, but the loyal consumers are aging up. And so we need to constantly be replenishing with new consumers as well. So, look at, if we're really kind of square in the baby boomer set right now, and maybe, just a little older than we'd like to be, we want to move into a little bit more Gen X. We'll still pick up some baby boomers, and I'll talk about that. But why don't we go to the next slide? We want to hit Gen X pretty square on, and Gen X, they're at a point where in their lives where they're starting to shift from kid-centric and family-centric vacations to a little bit more adult-centric, adult experiences, and getting some different experiences. And so Gen X is really, I think, prime for Princess. I think it fits square in the middle of where what we really offer and what we do well. And if we go to the next slide, this is a little bit of a eye chart here, but when we worked with BCG, we talked about so how do we think about this Gen X audience and as it moves into baby boomers? And really, it's not super important for you to remember this because this isn't anything that'll be consumer facing, but we're kind of landing on exploring couples. It's basically what it is Gen Xers. It's couples in their 40s traveling without kids, looking to recharge, and they're looking for spontaneous and lively experiences. And it's a pretty darn big audience within the set of people that are interested or have cruised. So it's an important audience. But But then, if you think about it, we can reach out. And if that's kind of the center of the bell curve, then we'll still get, adult families with, older kids and that sort of thing. We're going to still pick them up. I think we're
Amen.
experienced.
That would be me and my family and everybody that cruised with us. There was 14 of us, families with the kids. We went over New Year's. And by the way, it
Exactly.
was spectacular.
Right. And then you've got also what we call the Silver Adventurers, but or BCG does anyway. But that's basically the early retirees, kind of the baby boomer set, if you will. But I'll tell you the thread that goes through all these audiences that makes us different than Make It Up Like a Holland America line is this is not the person that wants the laid back, just do nothing cruise. We tend to have people on our cruise very social, very energized, looking for activity. Yeah, they have times where they want to relax as well. We're not saying they don't, but it's that kind of active, kind of lean in vacation. We want to be showing a modern energy. And I think if we go to the next slide, the way we'll work with that.
Yeah, but can I interject, Jeff? Because I got to tell you, you're spot on, because you can do everything or nothing at all. I always say, even within that cruise vacation, you might wake up today and you're raring to go, and then tomorrow, I just want to do a sanctuary day and not move, right? And then when I look at the piazza, that was my biggest surprise when I joined the brand. I don't know what my concept was, but I came on board and I thought to myself, okay, forget love. I thought to myself, look at this piazza and the officer engagement and that gelato and all these unique things. So I'll tell you, spot on, and it is eye-opening. So I think and to your point, we still want our loyalists, right? They love us. Absolutely. And those ambassadors. We just need to expand that market for our brand.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Carmen. And we're not looking to shift away from anybody. We're simply trying to add to the fold. And I don't think anything that we're saying as we've gone out, I mentioned that we test among two audiences. We test among prospects. Yes. Can we draw somebody in? Are they interested, et cetera? We also test against our current guest. And we want to make sure, because we're not looking to turn off from anybody. But rather expand the fold. And so the work and the results of these tests have come back very positive from both audiences. So it's great to see. From a tonality standpoint, what we're going to lean into though is a little more of an active voice, an energizing voice. Relaxed at times, but not sleepy. Romantic, but not in a cliche sense of the word. And we'll talk about how that plays out in the design sense a little bit later on here in this presentation. So you get the idea.
Totally.
So that's a little bit of what we're trying to do. Now, here's another piece of creative. It ran during the Golden Globes. It's a 60-second spot. We call it Pied Piper. For those of you that have seen our work that we've done on Neon, where we kind of had a little fun with Las Vegas, and you may have seen Real Magic, where we're selling Alaska, and we have a little fun with Disney. We're not afraid to take our pokes and have a little fun along the way. And so again, we're going to be leaning into the Love Boat here, but I want to play you a 60-second spot. Takes a kind of a different vantage point, maybe a little more conceptual vantage point towards what we're doing. So let's go ahead and play Pied Piper.
Love. Exciting and new.
Come aboard. We're expecting you. The Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run. The Love Boat promises something for everyone. Hearts for adventure. You'll find a new romance. And love won't hurt anymore. On a friendly shore, it's love. Welcome aboard, it's love.
Yes, come feel the love. I love that. By the way, I watched it on Golden Globes, and can I tell you, I jokingly text all my friends and family saying, watch. And you were texting us, right? We had a little executive chat. And we're like, okay, when's this spot going to run? Golden Globes is what I call the big time. We made it to the big time, Jeff. But I'll tell you, I laugh because I think humor in advertising, if done right, you hit it out of the ballpark. I thought it was fantastic. So I jokingly told everybody in the family, did you see me? Did you see where I appeared? I appeared in the massage table. Didn't you pay attention? You got to pay. Or I was the one waving in the balcony. I love that strategy. So share it with us because that is a home run, sir. Congrats.
Yeah. So yeah, no, we've had a ton of fun with that. Kind of highlighting, less than perfect vacations, letting you know that there's a better option out there. It's Princess Vacation. We're full of love, and the line that we're using on there, you're seeing this line, "Come feel the love." And what "Come feel the love" really is, if you unpack it, it's our invitation and it's our promise. So come as an invitation, and the promise is when you join Princess, when you sail with us, you are going to feel the love. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. But that's the line we're kind of leaning into in terms of our invitation. We hope that as people experience us on board, that they will walk away with a great experience and feel like, hey, I love this. I love this, fill in the blank. I love this. I love this theater. I love the dining. I love the entertainment.
I love this gelato. We got our first question, Jeff. Can I interrupt you? Because I told you I was going to act like I'm Oprah, right? That's my frustrated, should have been my career. So
hey, it's your show.
Is "Come Feel the Love" just a temporary slogan, or what is Princess's ongoing tagline?
No, right now, I would say, I would be reluctant to say we've got, a tagline. The way we're working it is we're using a couple of lines, but they work together. And I'm gonna share that with you right after the media strategy. In fact, if you want to jump there, you can jump there right now, and we'll come back to media. Jump to slide 21.
Okay, let me know when I'm there.
There you go.
Okay.
So "Come feel the love" is our invitation and it's our promise. And so that is effectively in advertising, that is our tagline. And we love it. Pun intended, I guess. So I would say this is a line we're going to be leaning into for the foreseeable future as we make that invitation out to the guest. The other line that we'll be leaning into is "I love this. I love this boat," or "I love this blank," if you will.
I love this gelato. I love this piazza. I love this sanctuary. I can go on and on and on. I love this wine.
Right. So you're going to see a little bit of that out there too. But the way it goes together is you invite them with the promise, "Come feel the love." Then our job when we have you on board is to share the love, make you feel loved, make you feel special. And so we'll do that. That'll be the experience we create for you on board. And our goal is that then that evokes the response, "I love this." So you're going to see a lot of "Come feel the love." You're also going to see some "I love this" as the response that we're trying to evoke. So it all plays back together.
Beautiful. Okay, I love this interactive presentation. Where do you want me to go back to?
17.
Okay.
Just go backwards a little bit. Another slide. There you go.
Oh, I did it. Boom.
There you
Media
are.
strategy.
Yeah, let's talk about our media strategy. So clearly, we want to do we want to run our media, and we as Carmen said, we were in the Golden Globes. It was a big deal. We were in some college football playoff games and an NFL Monday Night Football game and some basketball games all over the Christmas New Year's season. Which was really big for us as well. Got great exposure. All those things have in common that they really attract live viewing audiences. And so that's what we wanted. But we're looking to generate demand among new audiences. So as we plan our media, we do that intentionally to go out to new to Princess, new to Cruise. Of course, we know, it's not a perfect science. So you're gonna bleed. Well, of course, we'll be talking to a lot of people that already sail with us, and that's just fine. This message is perfectly consistent with what they're looking for as well. But we have a lot of ways to talk to people that have cruised with us, but really the broad media to get out and get new to Princess, new to Cruise is important. Of course, as we said in the very beginning, we want to build brand awareness, but importantly, brand understanding. We want to seed this notion of this platform of love, this line, come feel the love. And we want to do that in markets where we can make a meaningful impact. So we've been historically a little bit more West Coast centric in where we've put our media, and we're very much geared up to for a more national approach to the buy, as you can see here. So the green on that map suggests that's a cable overlay. So we're running everywhere. Of course, our digital stuff runs everywhere, but our TV and streaming, of course, is running everywhere. And then what we're doing is, you can see there's about 10 markets there where we're just putting a little bit extra push in those regional markets. So those are markets that do well for us. In terms of our wave season, we're super excited about our plan. We're in that January flight right now. I'd like to be on air continuously, as we will be with digital video, display, social, search, and email, and all of that. But unfortunately, I actually do have to live within a budget, and so we'll
budget. I love this budget. I've never heard anybody say that.
No, nobody says that.
That's a go there.
Nobody says
that.
that.
One thing we don't love is that budget restriction.
Exactly. But so what we do is we employ a flighting strategy where you go about 3 weeks on, 2 weeks off, come back for another few weeks, come off, come on. And what that does, in media parlance, you build up your reach, you build up that, and then when you take a couple of weeks off, that'll erode a little bit, but we catch it before it goes too far, and we put another burst of energy behind it. So we love our plan for Wave. And the other thing we're doing is we're starting to work with really understanding, and this is actually a super sophisticated space. We won't take a lot of time today to talk about it, but just know that we're on the cutting edge of how you deploy media so that we call it audience-centric messaging. Everybody knows in marketing that you want to put the guest at the center. Of course, that's what we're doing. Everybody's been trying to do it for years, but what we're doing now is we're using machine learning, artificial intelligence, consumer data platforms, all these tools to really understand the consumer so that we can serve up to the consumer the right message at the right time in the right platform. So that's the kind of work that's ongoing right now. And so I'm very excited about what that can do to also reach our audiences and reach them efficiently. So that's a little bit of our media plan. And with that, and I said we've got some social stuff, and there's going to be more than what I'm going to show you, but I thought I'd show you a couple of, I showed you the Pied Piper spot. We did some cut downs of that, and I'll just show you two of them to give you an idea. One of them we call beach. The other one we call camping or tent. But I think you'll see these. They're pretty fun. They just kind of juxtapose and kind of cut right to the quick on the message. So let's go ahead and play those two.
I'll let Joe play that.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard, it's love. Welcome aboard, it's love.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so
Brilliant.
that gives you an idea of where we're going. We got some social stuff. We're also going to do some other things. We just reshot the balcony shot at the end of the Pied Piper, where we have, you pull out that big drone shot of the side of the ship, and it's populated on all the balconies. We reshot that so we could show everybody's waving and cheersing and toasting and dancing. So we put a lot more activity on the ship. Well, we're going to create some content right out of that, and we'll just have something like that go out. So thank you for those of you that are throwing in comments on the spots.
They love it. And you know why this is so important for them? Because I got to tell you, this is real. This is a true integrated launch to Wave. And this, for our travel partners, this is going to mean phones ringing in your office. People seeing, maybe they've never been on a cruise before. Let me tell you, if you've been to Vegas, no offense, but do you want to be in a casino where it's stuffy, smelly, smoky, and you're never going to see the light of day? I mean, come on. This is incredible. And Sheila says they're awesome. So there you go, Jeff. Some wonderful, wonderful accolades.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's jump down to the next. Yeah, we can go
We
one more
did
slide.
this.
That one. And
Fantastic.
this is just other social work that
Beautiful.
you can see out there. And again, leaning in now to, I love this. I love this boat. I love this drink. I love this whale. I love this coast. I love this deal. I love this boat. And we're going to have fun activating this on our ships. So people are going to come aboard, and we're going to have banners and signs and things in the ships. Come aboard. We're expecting you. I mean,
Love
we're
that.
going to lean into this and own it.
Fabulous. Absolutely love that.
So let's just jump down. I'll speak just a little bit to our design approach, because what we're really trying to do is move from square boxes to more fluidity. It's romantic. You're on, and I mean in the broadest sense of the word, you're on the ocean. It's waves. It's fluid. It's not square. It's not contained. And so we're embracing curves. We're embracing fluidity. We want a distinctive voice for Princess and look and feel as well. And we want it to be premium. So we're going to update our look and feel. And if we go to the next slide, I'll give you an example what that might look like. So you're going to see things like, and you saw it in some of Carmen's slides already. We're incorporating it. You see some curves, and they've got this little key line that goes along with it. And you see a little bit of frosted glass look. And you can go one more slide as well. And then we're gonna punch into the Sea Witch a lot. We've been working with Porsche Club of America, and we created a Princess livery look on a Porsche. It looks hot.
Amazing.
I mean, so good. So just the whole look and feel. We're elevating it. We're moving into more, like I said, more fluidity and a premium sense of design.
So I got to ask a quick question, because let me tell you,
Yeah.
since I got here, I was like, what? That princess, they call her a witch, right? Is that what they call it? The
Sea
princess?
Witch.
Sea Witch. She's a princess. She's so beautiful. I'm sure there's a backstory, and I'm going to get it, because from the day I got here, I'm like, that is the most gorgeous. I call her the Sea Princess. I'm not calling her a Sea Witch. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and love this boat my way.
Honestly, I think we are blessed with one of the best
Beautiful
logos, icons out in the marketplace. I mean, this is beautiful. It looks good on anything. I mean, look at the bags. You can put it on a car. You put on these little medallions. I mean, it just looks great on everything. We're going to have a little fun with it too. See, even here, you can see where we took the wave design from the Sea Witch's hair and put it in behind that title slide. I mean, it's just everywhere. We can just little subtle things.
It's so smooth. It transitions beautifully.
Back me up one.
This is my favorite.
Back me up one slide, please.
Oh,
just back
sure.
to the title slide. Thank you.
So,
so anyways, let's wrap this, a little bit with another, I'm going to a little bit shifting gears. So maybe first of all, Carmen, do we have any questions out there that we want to address before we talk about bundles and our approach to bundling?
If anybody has a question, because we got the one about the taglines. I don't see any. Okay, can we run these ads on our Facebook business page? And that's Kevin asking us with KP Trip. Yes, you may. Absolutely. And our BDMs have it, and they get it from the marketing assets. And our team works with our trade marketing team, works with Jeff's team and creative. And in all of these assets are available to you. Absolutely. Share and social, make it happen.
Exactly. That's why they never tell me any secrets, because my job is to get the word out. So
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Exactly. We're in the same business, Carmen.
Yes, we are. It's called generating demand, sir. We're a marketing driven company. Okay.
Exactly.
End of story. There you go.
Okay. Well, that was a great question. I appreciate you asking it. And we absolutely want you to be our advocates and work with us out there. I really, I'm proud of the work. And as we're doing this right now, we're busy creating more work, more content. I've got iterations of that Pied Piper spot coming that are even better than where that's at, that I just saw this morning, frankly. So just so excited about the work we have coming, and just love the fact that you guys are excited too, and you can be our advocates. That's how we get it out there. That's how we'll light the spark, but we want this, we want to create the fire and drive that demand for all of us. We'll all benefit.
Amen.
So with that, I will shift gears slightly because another initiative that we're very, very passionate about is our Princess Bundles. And we've got great packages. But I'll be honest with you, I think we've been presenting options more than selling them. We've been putting out charts, and they're a little complex, and it's fine. I mean, I own it as part of it too, but it's good, better, best, and you'll still see that stuff. But we need to lean into helping the consumer see the value so much more clearly. So our goal around the packages is to sell the benefits rather than simply presenting the options. We want to be clear. We want to be persuasive. Take away some of the complexity, because candidly, when you really strip it down, it really should be a no-brainer, and we need to be that clear about it. So we came up with a simple, catchy selling line. I'll tell you, talk about spreading like wildfire. I gave the assignment to one of our creative folks right before the holidays. He's like, let me think about it a little bit over the holidays. By New Year's, I had a line, and we're not even out of January, and everybody is saying it at Princess.
I
And
got
we
a
hope
secret for you. Oops, I have a confession. It's not even a secret. So in the first webinar of the year, because I was on that executive call while I was on the Caribbean Princess, where you were talking about, because Joe did, and Brandon, a lot of competitive analysis to present to you as you put I call it the pixie dust magic. And it pays to plus. I kind of like launched it in that first webinar. I kept saying it's pays to plus. And we did an analysis, because you know what? It pays to recommend plus if you're our travel partners, because we actually showed how much more commission they can make on things that they wouldn't have made commission, right? And it's all about the money. Show me the money. So that was a simple exercise. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm confessing, I kind of started it pays to plus. And it's kind of like come feel the love. We're all saying it pays to plus. Show me the money.
Exactly. Hey,
I love it.
like I said, we're not paid to keep secrets, Carmen. We're paid to push the word out. I'm glad you did. We're very proud of the line. I think the fact that it's taken off like it has is just indicative of the fact that it's simple. It's hitting the mark. We're going to be all over the place with this. We're going to be creating selling tools for you guys that kind of lays this out in a nice, simple way. We're going to be doing digital work. Let me take you through this one, for instance. Simple, bold, remove the complexity, because it's not that complex. So here's an example. The Princess Plus package pays for itself. So if you like Mai Tais and unlimited Wi-Fi, it pays to plus. And then you show
that.
Isn't it? It's simple.
I love that.
It's so simple. It's friendly. It's fun. It's still premium.
Do the math. It's so simple.
It's just that easy. Go to the next one. It's another good example, I think. So one way we could talk about this is we could say, if you like 4 cocktails a day, and maybe people would be like, yeah, I do, whatever. When I'm on a cruise ship, I know I do. But some people might be like, oh, I don't know. I don't really have 4 cocktails a day. Well, hey, let me put it to you this way. If you like a fancy coffee at breakfast, and you like a refreshing sip by the pool, and you like a glass of wine with dinner and maybe a nightcap after the theater, well, you're going to love Princess Plus, because it pays to plus. I mean, right there, that would pay for itself. And then you know what else? You'd get your unlimited Wi-Fi, you get your drinks package. I mean, well, that is the drinks package. You get the crew gratuity and so much more thrown in. So if you're doing this, and who isn't, right?
Exactly.
And it pays to plus, and you're getting your Wi-Fi thrown in, you're getting the crew gratuity in there. So it's super easy. We had a little fun with it. We did some scripts. Cal called me up. He said, oh my gosh, I want to put something on our hold messages. What can you give me? So we crank these out.
Love that.
Have a listen, and we'll wrap it up. I know we're running short. On a Princess Cruise, if you want the most value out of your vacation, it really pays to plus with a Princess Plus package. For instance, if you like Mai Tais and unlimited Wi-Fi, that would already cover the cost of the entire Princess Plus package, with crew gratuities and several other extras included at no extra cost. No matter how you cruise, you'll realize it pays to plus. So ask about adding on a Princess Plus package onto your vacation. See for yourself how it pays plus with Princess. Princess Cruises, come feel the love. We've got another one where
I take sample script number 2? I'm excited.
Yeah. You want to hear it?
Even though Cal has the best voiceover voice.
I know.
So I know he's gone out. I'm sure he's going to record these, but I'm trying the script. On a Princess cruise, if you want the most value out of your vacation, it really plays to plus with a Princess Plus package. For instance, let's say you plan to treat yourself to 4 cocktails a day or more, by the way. I want to put the or more there. Cost of those would already cover the cost of the entire Princess Plus package. But you'd also get unlimited Wi-Fi, cover your crew gratuity, and yes, there's more. When you do the math, you realize it really pays to plus. So ask about adding on a Princess Plus package onto your vacation and see for yourself how it pays to plus with Princess. Princess Cruises. Come feel the love. Talk about sharing the love. We're making it affordable for them. I love this.
Exactly.
Yay! That was my audition.
I love it, Carmen.
See? Just
Cal's got nothing on you.
I love that, Jeff. Yeah, I love that. So this
All
is
right,
great.
you guys. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for being, great listeners. I hope I didn't run too long, but it's a pleasure to share this work with you. And you can see we're really passionate about what we're doing, and we know you are as well.
I got to tell you, Jeff, I got to thank you. And I know I'm thanking you on behalf of all of our travel partners that are tuning in, plus those who will tune in after they see the recording if they couldn't make it on the webinar today, plus our sales teams, okay, everywhere in the world, because this presentation to me, spectacular. It really paints the picture. It was a great presentation, Elise says. It really paints the picture. It allows us to show the guidance, the forward vision that we have for the brand while taking away from the great legacy that made us, but more importantly, put cruising on the map, which was the Love Boat. But now it's a contemporary version, and we're going to own love. It's synonymous with us. So I want to thank you. You could have taken as long as you wanted, because this is what passion is all about. The marketing. Thank you. Debbie loves it too. It is
Thank you,
about
Debbie.
the marketing. So thank you, Jeff. So stand by. I know we're going to run a little over, folks. Have I ever not? Come on, you're used to it. I know you're busy. So if you have to jump off the webinar, that's fine. But I want to talk about some of our assets. And that way, if you have any questions for Jeff, we'll take them at the end. And I promise it'll be as quick as we possibly can. So let's talk about, thank you, sir. Let's talk about some of the offers that you have, right? I want to make sure we're easy. So Sell 3, Sale Free is back. I think you know all about it. We kicked this off originally in July, but this is on everything. The last iteration of Sell 3, Sale Free was only for Alaska. Well, guess what? Right now, bookings made starting January 9th, by the way, on qualifying 2023 cruises, right? You book 3, you get a free cruise in a veranda stateroom, and you can register online for free. Okay, just so that you know, you don't have to call Princess Partner Support for that. We actually have an amazing ability to get you that QR code. So again, it's all back. You asked for it. This will end February 28th, this particular version of Sell 3, but wait, there will be more. And again, book all of these destinations that we have available. Phones ringing off the hook. So a couple examples. So last time it was just Alaska. I'm opening the whole world to you. Over 330 destinations that we go to, whether it's Caribbean. By the way, Galveston, someone had asked a question in advance of the webinar. Incredible 7-day Western and Eastern Caribbean voyages, round trip, Galveston or Fort Lauderdale. It's all about options. That's where your clients want. Really, really critical. Of course, Mexican Riviera. You heard Jeff say it, and we all know, the beginnings of this amazing brand was in the West Coast and in LA, right? The Pacific Princess, if my memory serves me. I'm going back to the show. Think about all of these availabilities, 7-day and 10-day Mexican Riviera cruises, either from LA or San Francisco. Spectacular. And then let's not forget the Med, right? Oh my God. Talk about business is open. The world is open. 7, 14, 21 days. Think about it. Med cruises with options from Rome, Civitavecchia. Let's make sure we know that. Athens and Barcelona. So gorgeous, 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 what I call just iconic ports. And of course, Panama Canal. I got to tell you, I was on that 10-day Panama Canal with Costa Rica, which is pura vida, round trip Fort Lauderdale. Think about airfare costs, folks. It is expensive. So I always say go for the 10-day round trip. Fort Lauderdale was really phenomenal, or do the full canal experience. All of these, okay, all of these will be part of the Sell 3, Sell Free. So you just have to sell 3. I'm giving you the whole world. It's a plethora of options. Canada, New England. Oh my God, the most beautiful, quaint itinerary. Bahama, Maine. I can tell you, you can have a lobster roll. There's nothing like it. Go to the authentic place where, as you all know, where do they come from? So think about this incredible Canada and New England itinerary. It's spectacular between Quebec. And if you've never been to Quebec, talk about gorgeous. Oui, oui, je parle un peu français, the best croissants. It's like you were in France, I tell you. Talk about that cultural immersion. So again, we give you all of these destination sales tools, okay, for you to be able to sell free, excellent offer, great flyers. It tells you where the offer deals, right? What are the details? Where's the free cruise voyage list that, by the way, changes, right? And think of the QR codes, really critical. So you don't have to call in Princess Partner Support. We've got all these assets for you. Go on onesourcecruises.com, because that is where you need to go to get everything you need. And then let me just tell you, because obviously we talk about our best sale ever, which was our wave offer, runs through March 1st, which is just fantastic. And it's been very, very exciting to see the kind of traction and momentum that we're getting. Again, $100 deposits. A lot of you talked about this. You like the $100 deposits versus zero. You know, we did zero. There wasn't any stickiness to that, right? So this allows us to make sure we're making an impact for you, right? And that we're getting folks that are serious. So I got to tell you, it's done really, really well for us. And then, of course, our best sale ever, right? Ends January 30th. So this one's where we extended with the third and fourth guest cruise free. We don't say kids, we say guests. But this has really put us on the map, and we're getting a lot of traction on triples and quads. And then again, we've got this one day only. We're going to finish the month strong, because let me tell you, wave will continue. Wait, let me see. Where's my crystal ball? Based on how it's begun, I'm telling you, it's not going to end in February. I see it going through March, and I see this really being an amazing 2023 baseload and beyond 24. So we've got the plan for a vacation day with the $50 reduced deposit. Again, tremendous, and it's a one day only. So yes, that is why we are staffing up for next week, because we're going to have a lot of phone calls and we're getting prepared. There's overtime, there's extra resources. And then the next kind of like we call iteration, right, with our best sale ever is really Denali on sale, which is spectacular and very obviously approach to Alaska. You all know we are the #1 cruise line in Alaska, award-winning. We own it. And that's February 1st through March 1st. Because you see, you'll notice we've got this cadence coming, right? We want you to continue. Now, I'll tell you, the next Connect with Princess, I am so excited. I got to be honest, I don't think anybody can beat my good friend Jeff, because he did an amazing job today. So there's a lot of pressure on you, but our Alaska expert, Judy Kale, which is part of our extended sales team, she paints the picture of Alaska. I'll tell you, you will be ready to go, and she will help you understand how to sell Alaska. So that'll be in 2 weeks' time. And yes, for all of you, Marsha will be back. She'll be back from her secret project, and will share where she was. So I think, look at this. I did this as quickly as I could, right? Hopefully everybody understood what I said, because when I talk this fast, I always get comments. Can you slow it down a little? And you're lucky. Only on 1 cup of coffee. So, Joe, are there any questions? Let's just take a few, because I would hate to have folks. Will there be advertising targeted to couples celebrating anniversaries? Wow. So
Yeah,
we
good.
do. Yeah. Well, we have
Yeah,
celebration groups, right? So you can take out a celebration group, tie it into that. So the best takeaway, I think, Jeff, love universal. It is not about love just in romantic. By the way, I'm about to have my own anniversary, 30th wedding anniversary. I count them in dog years, so just do the math times 7. That's what I'm going to tell you. And I'll tell you, so we'll have assets, and we can customize whatever you need. Talk to your business development manager. How do you find your business development manager? Can I just tell you, because a lot of you are asking me how. Again, there's a theme here. onesourcecruises.com. Find my rep. It's right there. You can get your BDM there. You don't even have to call anybody. It's available there. And by the way, if you want to email Princess Partner Support Team, they'll connect you with your business development manager. It's as easy as that. We want to make sure we're a pleasure. So we want to make sure the word partner is something that we earn. We earn the status of partner versus just being a supplier. And that's what we want to be at Princess, a true partner to you, your business, your growth, and your clients. Is there another question, Joe? So that we're wrapping it up, and we're only 5 minutes over. Will there be new merchandise with these new princess designs?
Yeah, you can count on it. You can count on it. I've been talking to our head of merchandise, who's someone I've worked with for many years prior. She's as excited about this campaign as we all are, and as you all are. And so yes, there'll be merchandise that will come out of this.
That is fantastic. So you know what? We're just 6 minutes over. I think we did a really, really good job. And I know I want to thank the team that puts the webinars together, Jeff, because they've been actually taking, thank you, Tammy. Thank you very much so much. I love that it pays to plus. Okay, listen, if we can get converted more people ensuring you are selling plus, I'll even get a tattoo of it pays to plus. How about that? That's a big thing because I don't have a single one. Carpe diem. So this might have to be a little bit of a competition, but I'm willing to take one for the team. Eddie, by the way, I'm a plus size already. So what difference does it make if I have the tattoo? I'm just saying, Jeff. So thanks to the team that have been answering all those questions. I know Corey was out there. Stephanie was out there. Of course, Joe, as always, who is our unsung hero. And he's always ready to jump in because it's always technical. Okay. Michelle, thank you. Greatly appreciate. And of course, a huge thank you to you, Jeff. And I know it takes a village, right? You're the one presenting, but you have a phenomenal team of marketing experts. And we are, the best is yet to come, everybody. I'm telling you, this momentum, it's real. And I want to thank each and every one of you. Looking forward to February 9th when we talk about Alaska. Marsha, your all-time favorite, will be back. So on behalf of Jeff, myself, the entire Princess family, thanks for joining us. And as always, we truly, truly value and appreciate your partnership. We don't take it for granted. Make it a great day.